Assalamu alaikum, welcome back again. I'm sure you've seen the video on how to get strawboard, how to make your own strawboard hack that I use using cereal boxes. Today, this is what we are going to make. We're going to make something like a jewelry box. And if you won't use jewelry box, you can use this box to keep some valuable things. Like for me, this is what I kept inside. I kept some of my craft tools inside. You can put jewelry, although the one we're going to be doing is not going to be exactly like this one. We're going to use strawboard all through. It's not hard. It's something you can do. Here are the tools you're going to need. Materials you're going to need. You need your strawboard or your hack. This is strawboard or hack that we made using cereal boxes. You need a wrapping paper. I got this wrapping paper. You need glue, of course. We don't need scoring tool. We need scissors. Those are the things we're going to need. Now, the sizes you're going to need are 6/3/8 by 6/3/8 inches. You need 2 pieces of that. You need 3 pieces of 3 inches by 6/3/8. The length of this one needs to be the same thing. Here, look at it here. This is the cover. We're going to, if you want to make a cover, but if you don't want to make a cover, you can just leave it like this. You have 1, 2, 3 sides. But if you want to make it exactly like this one, then you need a 4th piece of this. It shouldn't be as long as this, as wide as this. The 4th piece, if you want a cover here, like a lid, you need a 4th piece. Or your 4th piece should be halfway, not as long as this. So let's start. First, what you need to do is lay your paper down. Bring in your chipboard, your strawboard. You put it down here. Leave space in between here, and you leave space up, you leave space down. So you want to put it and make sure they are on a straight line. Step 2, place your strawboard on your wrapping paper like this, leaving space here and here. Here and here. When you're sure that you know where you want to place your paper, leave space in between here, like 1/8 of an inch, very small. If you're not sure, just put a paper like this. Don't make it too tight. If you make it too tight, it will be hard. Leave small space in between your strawboard. This is to allow your box to open. If you make it too tight, it will tear when you try to close your box. So you leave small wiggle room in between your boxes, in between your strawboard. When you're sure you know where you want to apply, you want to put your strawboard, carry your strawboard and apply glue. Again, I'm using glue stick because of this class. Because of the tutorial, I usually like using wet glue because it allows me to move my pieces together before they dry up. So place down your piece and bring it closer to this side. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. If it's not straight, make sure it's straight. Then others will follow in line with this. Remember to leave space in between. I'm applying glue enough. If you are using wet glue, you have to be extremely careful because you're using wrapping paper. If you're using wrapping paper, then it means there's every possibility your paper might tear. When you apply glue, make sure you rub. to give your strawboard to glue to your wrapping paper so it doesn't create bubble. If you're using wet glue, you have to check your paper. Turn your paper, rub. This will allow your wrapping paper to stick to your strawboard quickly. And then if there are bubbles, if you're using wet glue, find something like a piece of cloth and rub. Just keep rubbing until the bubble goes. When you're done placing all your strawboard, you want to check if this will move. If you see our box is coming, it's forming itself. See. Oh, I've placed all my pieces of strawboard together. What you want to do, turn and try and do this. It's like training your paper to curve. You can do this with lightweight paper and even cardboard. Do something like this. If you're using cardboard, it's a bit tricky, but you can use cardboard as well. What you do is, from this place, you cut your paper a bit at an angle. Make sure you cut slightly away from this place, this joint here, this point rather here. So what you want to do is like this. The reason why you do this is so when you fold, you have something like this. Okay, that's why you do that. We'll do the same thing here. You know when we folded this side and this side, you see something like a cross here, the point where they meet. So you want to cut directly away from that cross section. I'll bring it closer. So when you do this, you can have it this way. Either way is fine. You do the same thing here. And do the same thing here. When you're done doing that, I'll bring in my my glue stick, and I'll apply it on this side. Remember, if you're using glue, wet glue, be very careful. Apply glue everywhere. You can reduce this if you feel it's too big, and go ahead and reduce it. I'm going to cover it up anyway. So put this down first. It's like wrapping your notebook. That's what I'll say. When you have that stuck down, bring this and put this down as well. So you have something like this. When you're done, you want to cover this place. We cover it before we place our side piece together. try and do something like this. You measure using this. You might not need the whole of this piece. This is shorter. So I'm trying to guess. I'll just put it here. I'll mark where. I'll just use my scoring tool to make a straight line, so I can cut my paper. That's the piece I'm going to use to cover the inside of my box. You can use plain paper, you can use, what call it? I use A4 paper. If you notice, I'm not giving you a measurement for the wrapping paper, because I'll keep this aside and bring back this. So I'll try and see, would it fit or is it too long? So it seems perfect, a bit too long, or just fine. It seems okay. So I'll go ahead and apply my glue stick everywhere. Just rub it. Make sure you apply it everywhere. And if you're using this style, if you want to do this style, you don't need to apply glue on the other, apply paper, because you're going to be sticking it. But here, we're not doing this style. So I'll just check and make sure it's okay. Try to align my paper. You have to be extremely careful here. And bring in something. See, this is what you want to do. Notice what I'm doing. It's very important. And you go in. Bring in the other side as well. And you do this. And the main part of your box is done. This is outer part. Hope you can see. Assalamu alaikum. Change of plans. I realized I made a mistake. So what we'll end up doing is we're going to make our box exactly like this one. What you will need is another paper, or you can even change this one into a book cover if you want. You can put your notes here, like A4 paper. You cut it to size. Otherwise, we can still go ahead and make our box, but we'll do it this time, inshallah. So get this ready and I'll tell you what to do next in the next steps. Thank you.